this is Claudia from It Doesn't Take a Lot to Look Hot, and this is going to be my tutorial on hair extensions. I bought mine, I'd say probably when I was a junior in high school, and I used them for my senior class pictures because at the time I cut my hair really short, and that's not how it was going to be obviously by the end of senior year. And plus I have very thin hair to the point where it's see-through. So I've actually used extensions many times. I used them for a couple of Halloween costumes, definitely like a whole bunch of class pictures. Prom, definitely prom is a great thing to have hair extensions for. And a few other things. The ones I have, they are not human hair. They are like plastic based. And the place where I got them from was located in the Bronx, New York. I think on like Pelham Parkway area, I think. And they're actually really good, especially that place. They're not that expensive. I got, how many pieces? It's 6 pieces for I think like $60 roughly, which is actually pretty cheap. And the good thing about that place is that you can send them back or you can bring them back and they'll wash them and everything for you for free a couple times, which is really cool. But I tend to do it on my own just because, yeah, it's not that far away, but it's easier for me to do it at home. So these are the ones that I have. They are pretty close match to my hair. They are a little bit off now since I have used Sun-In, but they have a basic clip that you clip in your hair after you part them, so that's actually pretty cool. And they actually stay in pretty well, and they curl, they straighten, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it for a straight hair look. I have a gallery opening tonight, so that's what I'll be doing. So first you want to separate all the pieces after you take them out of whatever you keep them in. I recommend a plastic bag just so nothing gets tangled in them. So you're just going to brush them out. They do get knotted, which is a little annoying, but they go out pretty smoothly. And the first thing I'm going to do is flat iron the hair pieces before I even start my own hair, just so I see the quality of how they actually all are. Same thing, like I have to blow dry my hair too, and usually when I'm going to put them in, I use like Aussie mousse in my hair just so it gets kind of the same feeling to it. Not like people are going to walk up and touch your hair, but you get the point. But as you guys can see, like they do smoothen and straighten out pretty nicely, and they can like obviously hold a wave or a curl, which is really nice, which is not like my hair at all. And they're pretty like thick, which is really good, especially if you have thin hair. And you just brush them out. They do get knotty, it's so annoying. Okay. Perfect. And one more. Okay. Alright, so these are all ready to be flat ironed. I have the flat iron on the highest temperature setting, and when you put them in, you're putting the clips to your head. So you obviously, for me personally, I don't like it flipping outwards. I want it flipping inwards. So you're going to hold the tops and you're just going to flat iron them down and in a little bit. It may take a couple times for it to actually start getting the right shape you want, but that looks about right. And then you brush it out. You can do this on all of the hair pieces. For the bigger ones, it does take a little bit longer, but not too bad. Then when you're gonna like lay them back down, like I have them on the floor with the clip facing down, just so they don't get all ruined. This is like a bigger piece. Okay, so after you flat iron all the pieces so you get the general shape of how you want them, my hair is damp, so I'm gonna blow dry it out right now. And usually when you put in extensions, I try to make your hair as clean as possible, just because you are having extra things in there, and you want it to look as perfect as possible, especially not noticeable. That's the whole point of extensions. When they're on me, they come down significantly lower out here, I should say, and you don't want it to look like they're fake. So that's why the places where I go, they match your hair up pretty well. Okay, and take 1 pump of Aussie Awesome Volume Mousse. Does come out a lot, depending on the amount of hair. You're gonna just start on the bottoms, kind of just mush it in a little bit, like the places where you would put a ponytail, and then you kind of just whatever's left over on your hands do by your scalp and everything, and just mush them up all around. Okay. Now we're going to blow dry them. And I'm using my Conair blow dryer. I do have other ones that work a lot better if you want to dry your hair really quick, ceramic ones, but this is what's here right now, so just use it. So after your hair is dry, you can either put the extensions in, then flat iron your hair, or you can flat iron your hair, then put the extensions in, and then re-flat iron. What I do, personally, because my hair is not a close length to the actual extensions, I flat iron my hair, put them in, re-flat iron my hair. If your hair is longer and the extensions are for a more fuller look, you can stick them in and then just style as you go. And I think it just happens to look better that way, depending on which hair type you have. So I'm just going to go through really quick and just try to make it as straight as possible. I do not personally wear extensions every day, even if I do prefer long hair. I had a pixie cut about 2 years ago, and I was actually still able to use the extensions just based off of the way it was cut, which is actually kind of cool if I really did want long hair for something. But they can actually give you a headache just because they are actually clamped to literally the edge of your scalp. But yeah, I mean, I love them. They're just not an everyday thing because, again, it's just not. We really are, and I believe, making the inside and outside match type thing. So you are where you naturally are. So I just flat iron my hair really quick. Now I'm going to turn around for you guys, and I'm going to watch you guys are going to watch me put them in layer by layer from the back. So the first thing you're going to do is I'd say right about where your earlobes is, maybe a little bit above. You're going to split your hair across. And whatever is left, you're going to twist and clip up. Okay, I'm going to turn around for you guys so then you guys can see this. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Okay, now for the bottom, there's different lengths. I'm sure you guys can tell from when I was flat ironing them. For the bottom, I usually use a 2 or small 3-prong. Okay, so for the bottom, I'm going to use a 3-prong one. So you're going to make sure that this line down here is as straight as possible, and make sure all the clips are open. It makes it a lot easier. I always start off with the middle one, so you're going to pull some hair, push it down, and clip in. Then you do one side, clip it, make sure there's some hair there, push it down and clip it. Same thing with the other side. Okay, And that's one layer of hair that's done. I'm going to take the top down again. And you're going to do one right, I'd say like right above your ears a little bit. Okay, then this one, since it is like the widest part of your head with the most amount of hair, you can take the biggest extension that you have. This one is also a 3-prong one, but it's significantly longer. You're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a piece in the middle and you're going to clip it down. Same thing with the sides. Clip it down. And they're like pretty in there. Like if somebody pull this, it stays in pretty well. I mean, you may have to slightly adjust a couple of them like throughout like the night or whatever, but that's like an easy fix in the bathroom, and I'm sure you guys can already tell it's significantly longer than my hair. Yeah, but I mean it looks good. It'll look good at the end. And then the next one I'm gonna do is the last one, which this one's a lot of thick hair, and this one's gonna go probably like where the crown of your head is, so close to the top, up here-ish. Okay, and essentially that's the back. And pretty much the back of my hair. Then I have 3 pieces left. That's what you do for the sides, so the sides look nice and full. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can tell that my hair is significantly longer now. And I'm sure now you guys can also kind of see why I flat iron my hair, and then I'm gonna re-flat iron it. Cause like my actual hair gets a little funky, but yeah. No, it looks pretty good so far, but then this is why you need like the side pieces, cause right now this is my natural hair, and it does not even out to the actual stuff. So since I part my hair on the side, and I recommend you guys do that too, especially with extensions, it looks more natural and more like model-y. On the side that has the less hair on the part, you only need to put 1. On the side with more, you're going to put 2. Now, I look to see the hair length. So I don't have it perfectly memorized. Whichever one is slightly longer and shorter across, that's going to go on this side. So this one is going to go on this side. And where I put it is literally maybe like 1 inch below where the part is. You're going to try to divide it again as best as you can. And make sure the clips are open. And you're going to put it back a little bit because you don't want it to be too noticeable. Okay. That's in pretty good. Can flip it back over. And it helps fill in a decent amount, so it gives you like a medium length in between, so it looks a little more natural. And then you're going to do the other side. Now the pieces that are left is one really long one and then one really short one. The really short one I actually put in first just because it is like the perfect middle length, and it's going to go almost right above your ear, I'd say. Yeah, maybe like an inch and a half above your ear. And make sure you don't clip it on any other extensions. You don't clip extensions on extensions, they will pop off and your hair will fall out. Okay. So this gives you a nice like mid-length in between the two. Okay. And then the last piece, you're going to stick about here. So about 2 inches from your part. Almost as if you were to make another side part. And this one's longer, so keep that in mind when clipping it in. It's not visible from the front or the back. Yep, flip it over. And that's how you put in the hair extensions. Now, it does look pretty natural, I'd say. But then you're going to go back in and you're going to flat iron everything. So, let's get to it. So all of the hair stays together and it acts the same way as best as possible. The extensions, they do mimic your hair if you shape it like your hair, and they will stay like that. If your hair changes or like gets frizzy or decides to curl out one way, the extensions will still stay the right way, which, I mean, was a little annoying for me with prom just because my hair is hard to curl, and we did a curly style for prom, and for both of the ones I went to actually. And you guys can actually see them on my Twitter and my Instagram. My hair for prom way back in 2012. My hair by the end of one prom kind of started getting uncurled, and these extensions still stay really curled, so I had to pull them out and wet down the extensions a little bit just so it would somewhat mimic my hair. But if you do have like hair that is easily manageable, don't worry about it at all. Yeah, and just make sure like you keep brushing it just so it'll even out a little bit. And you can also notice where like you feel like you're missing some hair, which is for me right about here-ish. So you can, depending on your hair or whatever, you can trim your extensions, you can trim your hair to your extensions a little bit. But if you're not good with scissors, don't do that. Please don't do that because you're going to ruin your beautiful hair. I don't. One of my friends did, and her hair actually ended up looking really good, which is kind of nice. I actually might trim my bangs a little bit, just so it doesn't all look boring as hell. But no, this is how you put in hair extensions, and it does look pretty natural. You can't really tell where my hair is versus the extensions, which is awesome. And no, I think it looks pretty damn good, especially for like a cheap extensions, and non-humid hair ones too. I think it looks pretty awesome. Yeah. So essentially this is the fake extension look. And don't feel ashamed to use extensions to either make your hair look thicker or longer, because I've been doing it for a while, and if it makes you feel more confident about yourself, why not? Yeah. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, everyone. If you guys have any questions about anything, you can message me on Twitter at IDTALTLH. You could message me on Facebook, and my page is It Doesn't Take a Lot to Look Hot with spaces in between each word. You can do comments on my blog, which is my website, It Doesn't Take a Lot to Look Hot.wordpress.com. Or you can also message me on Instagram, It Doesn't Take a Lot to Look Hot, all one word combined. And also have an email if you guys have any like questions as well. It Doesn't Take a Lot to Look Hot at yahoo.com. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and always remember, it doesn't take a lot to look hot. Bye guys!